Hey Samford fans, welcome back to another edition of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up. I'm John McAfoose, happy to be joined again today by Samford football head coach Chris Hatcher. Coach, as always, happy to have you back on the show.
Well, it's great to be back, especially this time of the year. We've been hot and heavy on the recruiting trail, signed some good players here for this last signing day. Looking forward to seeing what this group of young men can do in the Samford uniform next fall.
And before we talk about some of the new signees, let's quickly just touch on your extension. Just signed a 5-year deal. You'll be here for a while. Just talk a little bit about what it means to sign that extension.
Well, first of all, I'm very excited and very grateful to the Samford community, Dr. Westmoreland and Martin Newton for having faith that, I'm the guy to run the program. But, there's been a lot of hard work that have gone in with our staff and our players and our administration. So I'm excited to see what the future holds. We're trying to build a Southern Conference power with our football brand. So it's an exciting time, and it's good to know that you're wanted. And we're looking forward to many, many years of successful football teams in the very near future.
Let's talk a little bit now about the guys that you're signing in this period. We talked about a month and a half ago about the early signing period. A lot of offensive guys in that early signing period. You got some defensive guys. This time you got Nick Jackson, a defensive end, Kyle Ross, a safety, and Thomas Neville, a linebacker.
Well, it just kind of worked out that more offensive guys signed on the first signing day, and now, we're got some defensive players that have committed. But, our class is a fairly small class this year. We're only going to sign probably at the end of the day 15, 16 players. But these guys have an opportunity, like all of our signees, to come in and give immediate help. But we shore up our defensive end position with Jackson, a tremendous player out of the state of Florida. Kyle Ross is an Alabamian. He could, could play safety. He could help some at corner, also maybe be a nickel down the road for us. Very athletic player. And then Thomas is a very hard-hitting safety that plays outside linebacker that we're projecting more as an outside linebacker. So, we're excited about those three guys. We need some help there, and hopefully they'll work hard from this point forward and come in, and everybody will know their name next fall because they're really good players for us.
And on the other side of the ball, another offensive lineman, Luke Byrne.
Well, Luke, he's a guy that we're really excited about. We had one more spot for an offensive line position, and those guys are so hard to find. And fortunately for us, he's from Mary Persons, a traditional power there in Georgia. Actually, that's Forsyth, Georgia, the home of our offensive line coach, Sean Bostic, 20 miles north of my hometown of Macon. So we feel like we got a local guy on our team with him, but he's a very big athletic guy. 3 former players of mine, 2 from Valdosta State and 1 from Georgia Southern, are all members of that coaching staff there. They give Luke high marks. So we're excited about him. He's a very big athletic guy. That's going to provide a lot of depth to our offensive line for next season.
And you got a big quarterback transfer as well, Chris Oladokun from South Florida. Talk a little bit about what he brings to the table and maybe what we'll see from the quarterback battle.
Well, first of all, that's going to be the storyline of the spring in camp. As everybody, it is, no matter what school you're at. We feel very good about Liam Welch, his progression that he's had being the backup to Devlin Hodges the past 3 years. Behind him, we got Ty Hatcher and Cade Blackman, who started at the midterm, who we signed in this class, with some other guys that were in the mix. But we felt like we needed a little bit older guy to come in and compete. And Chris was available. Coach Bennett, our running back coach, had a previous relationship with him being from Tampa. So we feel like that's going to be a good fit. We feel like it's going to be a tremendous battle during the spring, between those guys. But somebody's got to go win it on the field, and we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out here in a couple months.
Yeah, spring ball will be here before you know, and obviously the quarterback battle, as you said, a big part of that. What else do you look for in spring ball?
We have some positions that, guys have been 3-4 year starters at. But the big thing I try to do is we got to figure out what these young players can do. We signed a lot of really good players last year that wasn't quite ready, but now it's their time to shine. So we got to continue to hone the skills of the guys that have played a lot, continue to build depth, and really give these young guys an opportunity to shine and show us what they can do.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time. Looking forward to some spring football.
Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it too.
That's Samford head football coach Chris Hatcher. I'm John McAfoose. That'll do it for this edition of the Samford Sports Wrap-Up. We'll see you next week.